children. She was only focused on herself and her career, and she was also very harsh and physically abusive to them. And she ended up having foster children in the home for financial reasons, but CPS ended up coming and removing those children from the home after a couple allegations of abuse towards them as well. And in 1988, at the age of 19, Josephine would get pregnant with her first child. This did upset her parents, but she continued to live with them. And in 1991, at the age of 22, Josephine would have her second child. And this does prompt her parents to deed her the house. So she moves in with her children and their father, and then her parents buy a home out in Sterling Heights, Michigan. And younger sister Jacqueline decided to stay with Josephine as well because she was still in high school and wanted to finish with her class. Now, Josephine and Jacqueline come from a very clean household. The house was not spotless, but when living on their own, they just couldn't keep that up, and things got
How you guys doing?
Years go by. In 1994, Jacqueline graduates from high school, and then she gets a job at a local hotel as an assistant manager.
Hello.
Volunteers at her children's school, and she's basically like the lunch aide in some classrooms, and the kids adore her. And despite her seemingly good character, they could not keep their house clean, and that became overwhelming to Josephine's boyfriend, who was also the father of her children. He found their messiness just intolerable, and he ends up moving out of the home and leaving the children with Josephine. That was like his baby, but now when her boyfriend left, Josephine becomes very depressed. It's very confident. She's really not cleaning up now. And she lay on the couch all day.
How you doing?
And the environment around her just got worse.
I know. You see that? Little Ricky. He said I got 300 subscribers. I know. I'm trying to get to 1,000 so I can be monetized. Share my video.
Which physically she did not, but she had them living in a deplorable environment. And in 1997, CPS would receive an anonymous call concerned about the conditions of the home. So a social worker was assigned. Social worker was Lisa Butman. And I'm running out of time to watch part two. So Lisa would visit the home, and she noticed the conditions of it, but she also noticed Josephine's severe depression. And she wanted help. She would document many attempts to help Josephine with her depression, but Josephine refused help. And on a scheduled visit after what was supposed to be a big cleanup in the house,
I'm doing okay, thank you.
to find that no one's home. But she sees bags of trash, boxes, and all types of stuff all over the porch, so she takes it to the window.
I have off today, so I do my baby hair.
So she sees the conditions in the home have not changed at all, so she temporarily removes the children and places them with their grandparents. And Josephine's father, John, and her brother Jason would go to the home to clean it up.
What you doing? How's everyone?
1997 and May of 1998, that could repeat about 3 or 4 times. Her losing the kids and then cleaning up the kids returning and leaving. But that last time, Lisa lets Josephine know that next time your kids will be taken permanently and they won't be placed with family. And the home was in terrible condition. It had 7 cabinets.
Hey. I know that's right. What color did you get?
And they didn't have plumbing. They did not have plumbing in the home, so they used buckets. So I know it's crazy in there. So Lisa finally ends up permanently with children.
Hey, my favorite color.
1998, Lisa was reported missing from police at her mother and her construction. Police ended up finding her car without her on the corner of the Henry and Leonard with all of her belongings to the side. And police obtained a search warrant for her last known location, which was the Northern residence. And police searched.
What kind of games are you playing? Oh, okay. I know what you meant. That's good.
So Josephine tells Jacqueline that she needs to hold Lisa in the line chest and hold her up. And Jacqueline then
Sorry, boo.
And Lisa is still alive, but Jacqueline then helps her sister put a plastic bag over her head and they carry her body into the bathtub. And when they leave the home, Lisa was still breathing. But they went to pick up their kids, took them to their grandparents' house, they went shopping, bought a few tongue rings, had a good little afternoon after that. And they come back to the home, and Lisa is no longer alive at this point due to suffocation. So they place her body in two garbage bags, and they drive out to dispose of her in the woods. Then Josephine is in her house. And Josephine actually tells police what happened. She admits to everything and even says she was supposed to help. She's not supposed to. So Josephine shows them where they found her body, and police go to locate it. Now, Lisa had just gotten engaged in March, so her family made sure that her funeral was also some type of wedding for her. And it is said that there were between 1,200 to 1,500 people in attendance. The sisters end up pleading guilty to second-degree murder and kidnapping.
What you doing today?
Was sentenced to 50 to 70 years in prison, and Jacqueline was sentenced to 25 to 50 years. And Jacqueline was paroled in April of 2020, probably one of those COVID releases. And Josephine is still serving her sentence. Her earliest release date would be about May 2039. And this case did cause Lisa's law to be created, which places special protection for social workers to avoid anything like this happening in the future. So rest in peace to Lisa. She was only trying to do her job. But leave a comment. Let me know what you think. What up, though? It's your girl, and we are back with Killer Cases with the Crystal Pusher. And today we will be discussing identical twins, Charlene Corley and Darlene Schuler. They were born to Bo and Stella Schuler and grew up in a normal middle-class family in South Carolina. They were a church-going family, and as children, the twins were a lot alike. But as they grew to teens, their differences did start to emerge. Darlene was more on the outgoing side. She liked to go out and have fun, and Charlene was much more reserved. She would like to stay home with her mother, help take care of home, and she was also the more studious. And in 1978, the girls graduate from high school and go to college, and they would graduate from college in 1983. And they took into their careers immediately out of college, and then Charlene ended up meeting a man from the Corley family. They began dating and eventually got married. And his family owned half of the city, so he was of high social status. And
Just making a part right here real quick. Give me a second.
Accompany him to a lot of the different parties and major important events.
I'll make my parts nice and clean.
Soon after, to Lee, who was a successful businessman. So now both sisters are of high social status.
So when she moved right here, to whatever position she wants, and be right.
They're both actively involved in their
Being parts are very important.
And they both have successful husbands, but it just is not enough for them. Charlene owns the idea that and she let them know how easy it will be to supply to the military. And their business sold like basic hardware parts, screws, things like that. So we look into it, and eventually they're distributing products to the Department of Defense. But this business is moving a bit slow. They're working a lot and not receiving as much payout as they would like to. So they figure out a way to increase their income. They end up getting 2 acres of land to start another business, making deliveries for appliance companies, and this brought in big profit for them. But the business was not doing so great, and they wanted to increase that income as well. So
yeah, it did. It did. It keep going in and out. I don't know why. It was just fine a couple minutes ago.
The two are doing paperwork, and they come across an error where someone put the index number on the shipping process.
Yeah.
Receiving a check for $5,000 from the Department of Defense. Now, they decide to return the money.
It does that from time to time. I guess from the hotel, being at the hotel. Yeah, cover your mouth. Bless you. Did you hear me? RJ? Cover your mouth. That's nasty. Spitting everywhere. The heck? What, on the chair? Or right there? I'm doing the Vegas hair, and that's Golo back there.
had stolen thousands from the government. And they were spending the money by then. They were buying luxury cars, boats, houses, vacation homes, taking vacations, like really running it up. And in August of 2000, they're getting greedy. So they decided to turn it up a notch. And they put in an invoice order for $500,000.
He said hello. How are you guys?
Good. How's she?
Hello. Nobody can say hey. How are you? They both say hey. Good, and you? They're stuck on their phones.
So two wars ended up breaking out. And that meant the military needed a lot more distribution from them. And they, of course, took advantage of this, and they were writing out invoices for crazy numbers like $399,000, $489,000, just going up and up to see what they could get away with. So they have pretty like flex on each other. Like she bought a beach house, go back and forth. They ended up owning 4 beach houses on the same. And to hide their fraud, they ended up opening another business with a separate name with the capital robots. And just some of the funds together. And they gave back a lot. They donated a lot of different charities and give generous gifts to people. Now they're from Columbia, South Carolina. They take their Southern values very seriously. So the fact that they were stealing from the troops, they might as well be committed.
Oh, we miss you too.
The two sisters wrote up an invoice for 2 watches that were 38 cents each and charged the Department of Defense just under $1 million for shipping. And it's crazy, surprisingly. But they made a mistake. And it was an actual mistake. The Department of Defense
Which I sang it before. Probably.
an auditor is looking over the invoices for the contract, and he immediately knows there's some type of mistake. An investigation is launched, and CND Distributions is audited. Investigators reach out to the sisters, but neither of them ever returned the call. And by September 28th, the DMV had issued 34 letters demanding that the sisters pay back $20 million. They decided to send back a check for $4.5 million. The letter is catch so forget about it.
What you doing? I don't know, for some reason, I don't think it's the people that subscribe to my channel. And yes, for some reason, oh, thank you. Every time I get to 300, it goes back down to like 295. I don't think it has to do with the subscribers. I think it's just YouTube. Because I know sometimes they take the subscribers from you.
And she ends up writing letters out to all of her sisters. And then she ended up obtaining a gun from and she was investigating because her looking for her, can't find her, and they reach out to Charlene. She contacts family and finds out about the gun, and she immediately knows where to. She went out to their main house. She ended up climbing in because she didn't have the key, and unfortunately found her unalive. Charlene sends her letter around the field, and it says, "Can you please tell everybody I did this because I was already about to succumb to criminal cancer." But that you did everything yourself and had no idea about these transactions. But not really. She pleads guilty to 2 counts of conspiracy and 1 count of wire fraud, and is sentenced to 6.5 years in prison in order to pay back $15.5 million.
That's all you get, 6.5. I could do that. It's like, no.
Yeah, they got over $72 million.
72 million?
Yep.
And they only got 6.5 years?
Yeah, one of the twins, because one of the twins killed herself.
Oh, shoot.
Because she was already going to die from terminal cancer.
Oh.
So she killed herself.
Funny story this girl's telling.
Yeah.
6.5 years?
Yep. Because she was still for like the military, from the government. She was like having them like buy stuff, and they're like something about a voice thing. they'll add stuff to it or whatever and make them pay like way much more than what it actually is. And then they'll buy beach houses. They have 4 beach houses each on the same beach.
And the lady killed herself?
Yeah.
She's going
And the
straight to
sister tried
hell.
to say, like, so the sister would have served time, the one that was alive. She tried to say
It was the sister.
that she did it all by herself and that she didn't this, but it didn't work.
And it's because of this. Fellas, it's your girl, and we are back with Killer Case.
Damn, what a sister.
And today we'll be discussing Andrew.
That's what the goal did to me.
She tried to blame her, frame her, and said that she did it, but the sister that killed herself, she tried to blame it on her.
The sister was already dead, and then she came up with a plan to do that because you're like, the sister couldn't like defend herself.
Yeah, of course not.
But it didn't work.
They were born to Ronald and Elizabeth Sue in Seoul, South Korea. And in 1983, when Catherine was 14 and Andrew was 9, Ronald decided to move his family to Chicago, Illinois for a new start. And Chicago had a very established Korean community, so it was very easy for the family to come over and make it their home. Ronald ends up opening a pharmacy, and Elizabeth opens up a dry cleaners. And the children had learned English very quickly, so they ended up helping a lot with their parents' businesses and doing a lot of translations for them as well. And Andrew was not to be a direct kid. He liked being by his parents' side, helping with the businesses, and he would go work almost every day after school. So he was really praised by his parents. And being in Korean culture, he benefited just from being a boy with his parents as well. Catherine was known to be more rebellious. She was 5 years older than Andrew.
Where's everybody at?
She wanted to do her own thing. She was straying away from her Korean culture values and wanted to live an American life. And since her father was very traditional and stern, this caused a lot of problems between the two of them. He will often criticize her, which was emotionally abusing her, and he would hit her as well.
Y'all be doing her dirty. Yeah.
She keeps trying to eat my toe. But she's chilling in there.
Oh, okay.
So now Andrew is left with
Yeah, she can't live her life. What the heck? She gotta be stuck in a closet.
She's trying to eat my toe.
That's what's happening.
much more reliant on Andrew. But Catherine is very affected by her father's death. She kind of moves on with her life and ends up dating a man, Robert O'Dubain. And her mom does not like the idea of her dating Robert. Not only was Robert not Korean, he was 7 years older than Catherine. So Elizabeth tells Catherine that she's not allowed to date Robert, and this creates a lot of tension between the two of them, and they're constantly arguing and fighting. And soon after, one day, neighbors near the dry cleaners that Elizabeth owned would call police saying that they heard weird noises inside the establishment. And when police arrive, they find Elizabeth laying in a pool of her own blood. And with it being Chicago, they at first assumed that it was just a robbery gone wrong. But they soon find out that is not the case. So watch part 2. And after finding Elizabeth, police go to her home to inform her family. They find that only 13-year-old Andrew is home, and they let him know what happened to his mom. And then Catherine arrives with Robert on the back of his motorcycle, and they inform her what happened as well. And she seems to be unfazed. Then police find out that
These stories be having like people go insane.
so it definitely wasn't a robbery gone wrong. That had to be personal. And they also find out that Catherine collected an $800,000 insurance payout from her mother's death.
Damn.
And police had a strong feeling that it was her, but she had an alibi that she was with Robert, and Robert backed her up. So now that Elizabeth is gone, Robert moves into the Sioux residence with Catherine and Andrew. And now Andrew gets the chance to experience really being a kid because he no longer has the responsibilities he had before. And Robert takes him under his wing, and the two grow very close. And Catherine and Andrew will often spend holidays with Robert's family, and everybody was very close. And Andrew excelled in school and ended up graduating as his class degree. And he got a full scholarship to go away to college.
Should have went to the shop and got this done.
1992, and that's when relationship issues began to stir up.
Hopefully, well, sometimes try to, which I have bad insomnia, so I'm trying to get some sleep.
But that didn't stop their relationship problems at home. They began constantly fighting and arguing.
But I start this other job. I think Tuesday. I have orientation Monday, so I'm really not gonna get no sleep.
Andrew constantly to let him know how bad things are. They were both dating other people, still living together, and she told Andrew that
I really don't do nothing. I don't like to go out. There's too much stuff going on in this world, especially in the city.
things away, and that the abuse was just getting more intense as time went on.
Just either be home, take some time away at the hotel, or and be at work all the time. It's my life.
Police arrive and they find Ronald in the garage face down with 2 gunshots.
RJ, stop. What's wrong with you? You alright?
Car and keys are missing. So once again, police is assuming this is a carjacking or robbery that just went wrong. So police finds that he lives with Captain Sue. So they find her and bring her in for questioning. She tells them that she hadn't talked to Robert since she was dating someone else and that her and Robert didn't feel home. So she didn't deal with him.
Yeah. RJ, come here.
Shopping with her new boyfriend at a department store, and she also
You're not gonna be able to see him, but just say hi to little Ricky. Come here.
due to his gambling debts. And meanwhile, police end up finding Robert's car
Say hi.
from the home. And at that point, they realize that this is more than a carjacking. They also find out that the
Don't
department
break my charger.
said she was at closed an hour before the murder. And the phone records, they find that Robert recently talked to someone.
He asked how you been. He said good.
So they go and question her. And when she was on the phone with Robert, he clicked over to accept a call from Catherine. And when he clicked back over to talk
He
to
said that's
Maria,
good.
he told her that he had to go and help Catherine because her car had broken down. So it confirms that Catherine is a liar. Police found out that Catherine was collecting $250,000 from a life insurance policy on Robert. And with the new information, they go and question Catherine again, and they're confronting her with all her lies on the phone and the afternoon talking to Robert every day. And since she was pretty wealthy from her businesses, she knows detectives. Give me a number. Let's take it.
Yeah, don't touch it.
Trying to bribe
It's on.
He does not accept her bribes, and on November 7th of 1990,
Hold on, what are you playing with? I would really jump with. Hold on, man.
She coming.
Oh no! Oh no!
I got to turn it off so I can.
No. Don't turn it off. He just don't get on. She be playing with me all the time. Keep telling her.
She be playing with me.
It's on.
A very expensive high-rise apartment. A few days later, Andrew is stopped at an airport in Dallas with suspicions of being a drug dealer because he was carrying $65,000 in cash. They search the rest of his possessions and they end up finding Robert's wallet. And they put Andrew on a plane right back to Chicago.
Yes, it is.
That he and Catherine are involved, but he ends up confessing to police what happened. Catherine was calling him on a daily basis, discussing the abuse of Robert, and he decided that he needed to help her. So he hid in the garage for hours waiting for Robert to leave, as he was instructed to.
I don't care if she be playing me all the time. Like, I won't beat her.
And made it like a robbery. On November 11th,
I know this man went right outside. You watching me off your phone?
of 1993, Andrew is arrested for Robert's murder. But Catherine is about to turn it up a notch, so watch part 4. Now, Catherine instructed Andrew on what to do. She showed him where to find a gun and gave him a ticket to fly back to school. And in September of 1995, when the trials began, Catherine did not show up. She left her brother hanging with the murder charge, and she was on the run. So police and FBI go out hunting description to Catherine. And when they go and search her apartment and talk to her friends, they don't find her. But they do find out that she sold her car and purchased a book of how to change your identity.
I look crazy. You already do my hair. I'm done this.
Find her after that, but trials proceed without her. And in October of 1995,
Period.
are found guilty of Robert's murder. Andrew is sentenced to 100 years in prison because
I can turn it.
testifying against his sister.
Yeah, I turned it out.
Possibility of parole, but
I'm always dropping this one. It's nothing new. Yeah, check it out. Hold on. Let me see my cam.
Police decide that they're going to put Catherine on the infamous show America's Most Wanted.
Yeah, don't play with me. Don't play. Don't like touching it.
And one of her friends sees her on America's Most Wanted too, and she contacts the FBI office in Honolulu. And after 6 weeks, Catherine finally calls the FBI and she turns herself in. And this is them giving her up. She is extradited back to Chicago and faces a judge and finally officially receives her official life sentence with no parole.
Dang, life with no parole? See, that's what I can't take.
Yeah, and then her brother was sentenced to 100 years.
Oh, yeah. That's horrible. Oh, you got some time.
This incident made his family very distraught because they had taken Catherine and Andrew in as family, so they were very shocked by everything. But leave a comment, let me know what you think. So it's your girl, and we are back with Killer Cases with the Crystal Pusher, and today we will be discussing these sisters, Ashley and Holly Robinson. And their parents were Joanne Barr and Anthony Robinson. The family was from Cohen Bay in New Wales, which is in the UK. He met their mother in 1984 when he was 35 and she was 19. And he already had 2 daughters from a previous marriage, Mandy, who was 15, and Claire, who was 9. Mandy did not care for Joanne, considering she was only 4 years older than her, and she was dating her father, and she always tried to boss her around too, and Joanne just didn't have the best attitude. Ashley was born in 1991.
Well, I don't think those Joannes have good attitude.
And when Ashley was 16, she was dating Gordon Hardy, and she ended up getting pregnant. This upset her mother, but her father was very supportive of her. He accepted the idea that she was having a baby, and he
I have to push on a little bit on it. Like,
Ashley and Gordon a flat that was owned by his brother and let them move in, and then the baby was born in November of 2009.
you want your hair braided.
Tony and their mother Joanne started to have a lot of problems. They were having disagreements about how the girls were being raised, and one day Joanne pulls out a knife on Tony. He called the police on her, and when they arrived, she insisted that she wasn't going to actually use it, but they still made her leave the property, and her and Holly ended up moving out. They actually moved into the flat that Ashley, Gordon, and their baby was living in, and the 3 of them went to live with Gordon's parents. And without telling Joe, Tony went and cashed out a £9,000 insurance policy, which he kept most of it in the bank, but he put 1,000 of it in.
Oh, that cushion right there. Where's that going? Oh, who bought more ice? Period. Period. Like your mama. Period.
But Arjun got more ice. I asked him. You need to get more food in here.
Yeah, I took the store right there. I'm not going nowhere. I tell you, today's my resting day. Seriously. Mom just gonna have to wait. You know that ain't happening. You know that ain't happening, boo. No, I'm gonna try to get some rest. Seriously. Y'all wanna go to Rice or Rentner's? Get some lunch meat?
I'm getting my hair done.
Tell me afterwards, Smarty.
You're not gonna be done till like 6.
How do you know what time I'm gonna be done? You don't know. You don't know. You'll never have faith in me. That's crazy.
You never gave me a time. What time you think you gonna be
I
done?
don't know.
Yo, this is doing nothing.
What, the sheet? So good as ever here.
You see if there's a blanket in there?
Is the what?
If there's a
Yeah, hold on. You got to wait. I'm parting. She said, "Don't touch her, baby. Her butt ain't nothing in there." Want this one? Why would you move that one? Lift that one.
This one?
Yeah, just put this one. She's annoying. No, you gotta sit up though.
I am sitting
Can't sit like no gangster.
His bedroom safe. And Joe thinks her jewelry is in the safe, and she shows up to the property one day trying to retrieve it in a very angry manner. And Tony tells her that
This is the best
he actually
to use for your braids as a conditioner gel.
to him and started to turn her daughters against him too. This whole situation got Tony to look
This is really good.
very sad and lonely. He barely had time.
I don't like to talk about too.
And one day he even saw Holly out in public, and she acted like she didn't know him, and that crushed him. So in April of 2000,
Who you calling, Golo?
Tony decides he's
Nuku?
going to change his will, and he takes his daughters there. So in
Golo, who you
2005,
calling?
he had to revise his will.
RJ, who you calling? He don't have no internet. They're not home.
Found out she was pretty upset, but she still supported her father.
He don't have no connection, no Wi-Fi, no nothing.
His 4 children, and Joe got nothing. Gotta watch part 2. That's it's your girl, and we cut to. And after Tony revised his will, he went to stay with Mandy and Claire temporarily to spend some time with his daughters. So he left his bungalow for a while. While he was gone, Joe suggested that Ashley and Gordon move into the bungalow while he was away. Holly and her boyfriend.
You turn the heat up? Hey.
And one day Claire is
It's
passing
bright in
the
here.
bungalow and she notices that there's laundry hanging outside. So she calls the house to see what's going on. Ashley answers and basically begs Claire not to tell her dad, but Claire refuses to do that. So Mandy ended up bringing him home, and when they arrived back to the house,
Yeah.
in a nasty condition.
Well, it depends, because I have off this whole weekend. So some Mondays are not like that. But unless I work a Sunday, then yeah, Monday is hard. It's horrible. I try my best to rest, but again, I have bad insomnia, so that's not happening. Sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. Well, the last couple of days, you know, and I'm old. Like I've been up since 6:30 this morning. Don't know why.
So a heated argument over money for driving lessons.
Yeah, 6:30, and I didn't have to work.
45 p.m. and he
So I don't know why the heck I was up.
which was 23 pounds.
But I feel so sleepy, but when I lay down, I can't sleep.
Because just as he thought her mother,
Yeah, I can't hear it.
Girl, I'm talking to the people. I'm talking to the people. But I'm talking to the people. I'm talking to the people.
7th, around 1:36 a.m., Joanne will call into 999, which is like your 911, and she reported that he was stabbed to death in his home. And she told them that Tony had threatened her daughter Ashley, her boyfriend Gordon, and her baby, and then Gordon ended up stabbing him. So
Yeah, no, I don't think it's just you.
showed no emotion at all. Police arrived to the scene and find Joanne, Ashley, Gordon, Sasha, and Holly all sitting in the living room.
Some days are better than others. Like Friday, when you know it's payday, you ain't tired no more. Nope. You are rejuvenated and ready to work only because you know it's payday.
Ashley tells them that Tony ended up waking up and he was threatening to kill her, Gordon, and the baby. And then he jumped up at them and Gordon got scared.
I think that only happened on Fridays, though, honestly. Or whenever it's someone's payday.
So then Gordon sees a knife Tony lunged at him. He started to stab him. And police end up finding out that there's a more sinister side to this story, and they might get into it. Watch part 3 to find out what. Part 3. So after Gordon defended himself, he went to tell Ashley that her father was unalive. And Ashley tells him to go shower, and then she calls her mother to break the news. And then Joanne ends up coming over with Sasha and Holly. But police started noticing a lot of inconsistencies with their stories. A lot of things didn't match up between them, and things weren't matching the crime scene. Tony was stabbed 15 times and had many defensive wounds in his hands. And also, Gordon said there was a big struggle, but the room was completely undisturbed. And it was obvious that Tony was...
RJ, what are you doing? Matter of fact, go shower. Go. Go shower. Grab some clothes. Put your phone down. Go shower. Thank you. To the bungalow at the time she said she left. But they did find her vehicle on surveillance on that route a couple hours earlier. Police also checked phone records between everyone, and they found out that they were basically plotting this today. RJ, where's your phone? Where? Okay. Is it charged? Okay. Call off. Hey, people tired, child.
So much, but ain't nobody gonna taste this bathroom. Right? No. I don't know how to break it down. So I can stay at home and stay at home system. She think I'm paying her bills. Yes, you got to. One of that lavish system. Fiona is the sister with the money. I'm like, what happened?
Right there. She gotta go get some food. I know she's hungry. Give her some fresh water, yo. Oh, mine's is Dr. Mario.
Antonio was unalived about 20 minutes after the last text message was sent. There were also texts exchanged between Gordon and Sasha, and they were hyping each other up.
Dump that out.
Tony said if he had American president, although everybody is had much more money in there and the jury too.
Yeah, because she needs some fresh water and everything. Like, I don't like for her to be like that.
Sticks to his original story.
Like that same water. No, I'm saying I don't like that same water stuff for her. That's good.
Including Joe. And on February of 2011, Gordon, Ashley, Ali, and Sasha were all found guilty of Tony's
Ah, that's my favorite. I love it.
Holly sentenced to 18 years and Sasha sentenced to 20. Joanne was sentenced to 4 years for lying to police. And that is the story.
Man, I used to take everybody out of here. What? Makes me mad. Say I was cheating.
It's Shakira, and we are back with Killer Cases with the Crystal Pusher. And today we will be talking about the story of Katie.
Aww.
Katie was a high school senior back in 2007. She was 17 years old and lived in Afton, Tennessee with her mother,
How's Sam? I know she's good. Like, she gotten older. How old is she now? Like 19?
She had a job after school working at a clothing store and just really had things together and was looking forward to graduation. Katie's parents, her mother and stepfather, worked overnight at a factory,
I
so
ain't
she
see
would
Sam in
often
so
be home
long.
alone. But she would invite her best friend Janita
What?
over for sleepovers just to keep her
Sam.
maybe a typical teenage things to do with your friends, like gossip and watch
I ain't
movies
see
and
Sam in so
talk
long.
about
How's Polly?
her boys.
I ain't seen her so long either.
In
Yeah,
2006,
Sam.
Katie would tell Janita that she
Hey. Oh, everybody got so big.
she started to date. But he was several years older than her, so she was afraid to tell her parents
That's
about
good. I'm about to get a tattoo. My daughter name right here.
it. She liked him.
I'm talking to little Ricky.
What'd you say?
Huh. Nothing. You paying attention to that? Mind your business. Sit up. Yeah, too fast.
Oh, my back cracked.
He even gave her a new phone for her to just be able to talk to them. Janita thought that was weird, but she was happy that her friend was happy. So the guy's name was Jason King. And a few days before Christmas, Katie and Janita are putting together a Christmas party for their friends. And Jason finds out that Katie's ex-boyfriend is going to be
Really?
there. And he flips out, yelling at her and even threatening
Gray?
her friends. So
What is
she
that?
decided that
Oh,
behavior was
green.
starting to scare her and she wanted to break things off.
Yeah, let her eat.
One night she is hanging out with her parents, like watching TV in the living room, when the phone that
They're green and brown.
just go off.
They gray.
Mom's looking up like,
Yeah, they gray.
what's going on?
Let her eat. She's hungry.
Katie tries to move off, but her mother notices that's not the phone that she knows her to own, so she keeps asking questions. So Katie finally fesses up. She tells her mom that a guy she's been dating gave her the phone, but she recently told him that she doesn't want anything to do with him, but he won't stop texting and calling her.
That got it on for 42 minutes. What the heck already? I think it ends like at 50 or an hour. I'm not sure. But I'm going to leave this up here. Yeah, I think it ends like at 50. Or 45 or 50. That was fast. I done did half her head in 45 minutes. I think so, because I'm not monetized. But if these people, they want to subscribe and I be monetized, I could be on here all day, every day. I got monetized on Instagram. I got monetized on Facebook. I'm waiting for TikTok. Yeah, it does. I mean, I've been doing this since 2017, so. And it's crazy, right? Because some girl, she just started, like literally, like a month and a half, and she got monetized. But I guess it's who you know, so it's fine. I can wait. I've been waiting all this time, 5 years. Next month makes 5 years. But it's fine. They like what they like. I'm fine with it, though. To each his own. Everybody got to make money.
Basically, she's never allowed to be alone. They take her to school and take her to work and figure out just ways to keep her not by herself. And police search for Jason, but they can't find him anywhere. It's like he disappeared off the face of the earth. Some friends will say that he went to New York, but like I said, they couldn't.
But the shorts is like really give you the views and the subscribers, so that's why I really don't like to be live. If I do, it'd be random, but majority is just shorts, because that's where you get your views at. So you get your views and you get your subscribers and everything like that. Yeah. Myra, what you doing, boo? Don't even do it. Thank you. She's so spoiled.
Tammy calls her back to make sure that she's okay, and at that point, whoever was trying to get into the house shot the back door down and is on their way in. Katie hangs up with Tammy to call 911, and she runs to her bedroom closet to hide. And as she's hiding in the closet, on the phone with 911 trying to explain what's going on, her closet door opens. And to no surprise, it was Jason and Katie.
Carlo, where you at? Ain't he in the shower?
So now Katie is stuck inside her bedroom with
No
Jason
privacy.
with the shotgun. And even though Jason interrupted Katie's 911 call, Sam had already called 911 as well. So he began to hear sirens coming down the street because the police were arriving. So he gets pissed off and he decides that.
Hello. How you doing? No, I don't. I did one, but that was by mistake. But other than that, no. I don't be pressing anything, so I don't know. Like as far as my grandson, I think the video was posted twice. But other than that, no. I try my hardest to just, whatever I'm eating. I For some reason I noticed that people like the food better than anything else. Like to see the food videos. Like that's where the views go. Like for my grandson when he got the when I recorded him getting a pedicure, that one went up to like 28,000 views in less than 24 hours. Within a couple hours, that video was going crazy. But sometimes it's better than others. I don't know. Some videos, I try my hardest. Try my hardest to post or whatever to upload a video, but yeah.
From the evidence, they believe that the first shot, she deflected the gun with her arm, and the second time, he shot her in her chest, and that is when she was unalived immediately. And he took the third shot to his mouth. This is the gross
Yeah. Sometimes it be like, I don't know. I was just trying to see, and I actually took it down, like the second one of it, the repeat of it. I took it down. And it's crazy because it got more views the second time than the first time. But if you pay attention, like some people, some famous YouTubers, they do the same thing. It's just different content. Yeah. Like it's this family that I watch, and they do ASMRs, and they like the last, cause they post every Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday. Yeah, Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday. I did one. I did one today. I did the famous bowl. But I'm trying to wait till I get like some seafood. Yeah, I did it early this morning. The famous bowl. No, it started in shorts, but I did an extra video. I was live. It's okay. It's okay. I appreciate you being on live with me. Yeah, I did it earlier after I did the short, cause the short I did it and then I did that one. I thought I might as well just do a video, but I'm trying to get some seafood. My next one, king crabs are so expensive, and I refuse to spend $100 for just like two king crab legs. Oh, I know. Thank you. Yeah, I try. I try.
Celebrate and
Trying to see if I can.
mad and he reminds her that she already cheated on Mike with him. She still declines, so he's mad.
No, it's fine. I appreciate any and everything you do.
Sam will take their
You
kids
don't have to
and
apologize.
Dana was all alone at her house.
I know how it is.
They didn't show up for work, and that was unusual.
That's why I do shorts more than I do anything because I be busy.
So it was
Even when I'm at work, I'm doing something.
her employer was concerned and they reached out to the police for them to do a wellness check. So police do
I
go
try
to
to
her
stay,
home and they
consistent
find
with
a back
everything.
door
So
ajar and they walk in
I'm
and they
trying.
end up finding Dana in a very odd twisted position, face
Because
down.
when I blow up, boo,
They find that she is unalive.
I'm going to remember those who were there. Tell you that.
Pillow, like trying to be comfortable, I guess, after the fact, but it was evident that she had been strangled. There was also signs of the struggle in the room.
And I appreciate all 300 of you guys.
Over and there was a little bit of blood in Dana's mouth as well. So the first person police decide to question is the stalker able guy. Everything they knew about him already, they were able to get a warrant to search his home.
I already got 4,000 watch time. I'm just waiting for the subscribers. Because, it's a certain step that you got to take in order to be monetized, too. Hey. Yeah, I'm coming up. I'm coming up. It's been a while, but it's been a long journey. It's been 5 years. Next month makes 5 years. Yeah, right. And now 2022, 300. So you can imagine what 2023 gonna do. I'm gonna start like, cause I'm looking for a house. I want to move out the city, so I just wanna like do cooking videos and all that.
But no clue. And 5 months go by and they have no leads. So they bring in the FBI, to come up with some type of profile. FBI tells them Sam is not their guy because if he would have driven that far to do that to Dana, then it would have been
I gotta park the line
right.
because a piece of hair
There
came
also
this
would
way.
have been a rage of explosion at the scene if it had been Sam, driving that far to unalive his ex-wife, and there was no sign of that either. FBI tells them that they're looking for someone who feels remorse for this and was much closer to Dana.
Sure.
So there is a real whodunit here, and I don't have to tell you to meet you guys. I've tried please, nobody's don't yell at me. Please watch part 3 to find out who did it. Just part 3. Alright, so now they're trying to figure out who have done this to Dana. Is that the check her book, like guest book?
No, it's different stories she listens to.
For her actions work, and
What, Dana?
No, the one you were saying about the twins.
Oh no.
for her niece.
Oh no.
And it says, I'm sorry I wasn't a better niece to you, but I've been living a straight and clean life for 34 days. Well, there it is. On March 12th of 2003. For her ashes were, and they find a note. Alright, so now they're trying to figure out who could have done this to Dana. So they check her book.
Go ahead.
But I've been living a straight and clean life for 34 days. So on March 12th of 2003.
Yeah, I'm looking for another house. I gave my kids their house.
She makes a complaint. So she ends up admitting to police that around 1 a.m.
So I want to leave the city.
August 31st, technically September 1st day, that she and Emily showed up to Dana's house.
I have my reasons.
Started to get annoyed by that and kept
That's my
demanding it from
reasons.
her. And Dana was like, no. No.
I mean, you don't want to see me face to face or nothing like that's crazy. I won't post you. I promise. At all. I wouldn't want to make you feel uncomfortable. You don't want to be posted. I won't post you. Like I would want to see y'all. Like I can't even just breathe.
She
Right.
started hearing gagging voices. And after a while, it just stopped. So they tucked it in, took the money out of the cabinet, and they left. Now, police find Emily and go question her. And they had a warrant to search her apartment. They end up finding her diary that fully incriminated her. She had an entry in there saying, Amanda, I can strangle that bitch just like Ron.
Oh.
Like, whoa, girl.
You don't have to be shy. Like, yeah. Go on, open that door for me. You don't have to be like that. I mean, I won't post you or nothing. Like, we could talk face to face. I won't take pictures, make you feel uncomfortable, none of that. Nah, that's not me. Get your clothes out the bathroom.
So obviously this was in 2003 when she was convicted and she's now free. She lives in Washington still and even got married.
Like, we only have the phone to communicate. So it's like, why not FaceTime? Why not video chat?
What up, though? It's your girl, and we are back with Killer Cases with the Christopher shirt. And today we will be discussing
Yeah, look at the Jeeps. Over here, you see that?
my favorite stories because
Period.
it's so crazy. But Elliot met John Claude Dominique in
She said I'm gonna be bringing her here all the time. Listen, if she did, she wouldn't keep her. She got back. Hey, this 150. 150.
He was known to be very charming.
I know.
Hit it off really well. They were both in the medical industry.
So that means since I have a voice, we have to FaceTime. We have to video. This 150, so cash at me. $3. So I'll leave half. What you mean what's wrong with me? What's wrong with you? Pay me $3. Some type of, you know what I mean? I'm out here hungry, begging. Oh, okay. Really? Okay. That's okay.
From a family of 23 siblings and only had one brother in town.
You push down the
I have to grip your hair. Like what the heck?
any part of my other any part
Oh,
of my
dip.
hair don't hurt besides that part right there.
Well, clean it.
I do clean it. It just got like a bubble and it's gonna be like that until it goes down.
The story. But being an ER doctor,
I'm gonna hold you to
John
that.
did not have a regular schedule, so he was often not home for dinner. But Elliot was used to
Let me make sure there's not hair down.
It's not.
not having him around. But he was still a family man as much as he could be, and they maintained a healthy relationship. But on March 22nd of 1999, everything would change. John Claude had just finished a shift in the emergency room and was leaving, walking to his vehicle around 11 p.m. that night when he's struck by a vehicle out of nowhere. He gets hit so hard that his body is knocked into the gutter. A nearby witness calls 911 and tells police that he saw a car just drive out of nowhere, going full speed and striking John Claude. So now police are trying to figure out whether or not this was an accident. They find out that the vehicle was a Cadillac DeVille, which they do find about a block away from the incident. The car was reported stolen, so they weren't
Yeah, I
able
think
to
it's about
trace
to
back
stop.
to
Let me see.
anyone.
It goes
John
fast. I
Claude
don't
is
know.
left with multiple traumas to the body and the head and a severe brain injury. And he's taken to the same hospital that
Oh
he's
no.
worked at, where he ends up in a coma. And Elliot shows up and she's very frantic after hearing about what happens to her husband. So she runs into his room. And to her surprise, she finds another woman sitting at his bedside already. Oh my gosh, Leah, what the fuck? So rightfully, she's like, who are you? And the woman is like, I'm Betsy, his wife. Who are you?
Sure.
Oh my god, Leah, what the fuck? Watch part 2 for the tea. So Betsy and Elliot are going back and forth like, that's my man. No, it's not.
That's my man.
Elliot's like, I've been married to him for 20 years. We have 2 children. Ma'am, I know exactly who you are. And you two got divorced 17 years ago, and we got married right after. And we have 2 children together. Double life, double wife, honey. Then a doctor comes in and tells them that he needs to know who the real wife is because decisions are going to have to be made soon. And I don't know why she was carrying it on her person, but Betsy brings out a marriage certificate. So Elliot is asked to leave. And Elliot is obviously devastated and ends up asking Ali about Betsy, like, did you know about this woman? Ali tells Elliot that Betsy was from the same village as them back in Haiti and that she and John Claude dated back when they were younger. But he denied knowing anything about a current relationship. Turns out Betsy arrived in the U.S. from Haiti in the 1980s, and she and John Claude rekindled their relationship. So he ends up secretly marrying her and then purchasing a house in New Jersey for the 2 of them, and they eventually have 2 children as well. And he would easily get away with this because when he was with one family, he would tell the other wife that he was just after the condo that he kept. And he was too tired to drive home from his long shift at the hospital, so he was just going to stay there. And since he already had a very hectic schedule, neither wife suspected a thing. And after 39 days of being hospitalized, John Claude did succumb to his injuries. And Betsy at the time is listed as the next of kin, and she has control of his assets and properties. So Elliot decides to go pack up her things out of the condo. And while she's there, old thing, she ends up finding a envelope, and it's addressed to her. And inside, she finds a divorce decree between her and Jean Claude that has a signature from her, but she did not sign it. This man was something else. So she calls up her lawyers to let him know what she found, and he immediately hires a handwriting expert. The expert goes over the documents, and he finds that the signatures were absolutely forged. So they believe that Jean Claude hired someone to pose as Elliot to get the divorce decree signed. And this is where things take a violent turn for Elliot. And I'm sure she did not expect what's to come next. And I know you hate it, but you gotta watch part 3 to find out. Part 3. So Elliot obviously presents this information in court, and a judge decides that her divorce was never legal, therefore the marriage to Betsy was never legal. And now Elliot will be rewarded all of Jean Claude's assets. And he has some assets. He had about $70,000 in mutual funds.
Okay.
$1 million life insurance policy on top of multiple properties. And all 4 of his children did get a portion of his inheritance, but Betsy didn't get anything. Jean Claude and Betsy did own their house together in New Jersey, and they also owned a storefront property in Brooklyn that Ali, Betsy, and Jean Claude operated business out of. So Elliot let Betsy keep the house. She felt that was the right thing to do, but she did sell that Brooklyn storefront property. This was something that both Ali and Betsy were profiting off of, so that left them pretty upset. So Elliot now is just trying to move on, and after a while, she starts to work back at the hospital. And around 5:30 a.m. on October 30th of 2000, she's outside warming up her car. She's getting ready to go to work, and then she ends up going back inside for a bit. And when she comes back out, she noticed that her motion lights didn't come on. So she turns her head to check the switch, and at that moment, 2 men jump out and start shooting at her. She is struck several times, but is able to run back inside, where she calls on her children for aid, and they call 911. She is transported to the hospital, but luckily she ends up surviving. When she turned her head to look at that switch, that saved her life, and the bullets only ended up grazing her. Police end up asking her, like, do you think there's anyone out here who would want to do this to you? And she tells them about Ali Dominique, her brother-in-law, who she had been having a lot of problems with. She tells them that they got into it over funeral arrangements. Ali wanted things to be really over the top and expensive, but he wanted Elliot to pay for some of it. And she refused. So he and the rest of the family banned her and her children from attending John Claude's funeral. Police look into that, and they end up finding Alexander and Marvin, who say they were hired to take someone out, and they lead police to a man named Joe. And Joe tells police that he was just trying to help out a friend who said that he had a sister-in-law that needed to be taken care of. Turns out that friend was Ali Dominique. They arrest Ali, and he ends up admitting that he would have killed the kids, Betsy, and her kids too, for that money. He was found guilty of second-degree attempted murder and conspiracy to commit murder and sentenced to 8 to 25 years. And Elliot and her children would go on to live happy lives. But this story is nuts, so comment below, let me know what you think, and thanks for tuning in.
That story is nuts.
What up, though? It's your girl, and we are back with killing cases with the Crystal Butcher, and today's story takes place in Atala, Alabama in 2008. And this is Nathan Lee. He was raised by his father, who was an anesthesiologist, but passed away when he was 15. And his mother left when he was a toddler, so he was forced to go live with his aunt and uncle. He was known to be friendly and outgoing at school. He was actually voted vice president of his senior class and most dependable, but that seemed to be just a front. He would write journal entries like about bullying kids, so that really showed his true dark side. He also had a girlfriend that he threatened her to kill her ex-boyfriend if he kept contacting her. So, you know.
Psycho.
But when he turned 18, he got his inheritance and inherited an estate with land. So he left his aunt and uncle and cut the nice boy act. So now he's very rich and he doesn't have any adults around. So his house is party central. People are always coming around for the perks. He has a cool big house, the money, everything. And one friend, Troy Smiley, is really drawn to Nathan. He was 22 and he enjoyed hanging out with Nathan because Nathan always had drinks, parties, women, and he did everything. Troy grew up in more of a struggle environment, so he was a day laborer and found Nathan's lifestyle very enticing. And Nathan's neighbor, Lakestone, who's 15, also finds it very intriguing. He sees the amount of friends Nathan has and how popular he appears to be, and he just thinks that it's really cool. He's very young, so he was impressionable. But Nathan was a jerk, so he didn't really want to stick around. He thought that he was too young and too lame, and that didn't stop Blake from trying to hang out, though. Blake didn't care about Nathan's money. He just really thought he was cool, but Blake's stepmom didn't want him around Nathan. She thought that he was too old for him and that he was a bad influence. Now, Nathan had a lot of guns, and he and Troy would often practice shooting on his property, like an excessive amount to the point that his neighbors thought he was crazy. And the property was just full of an excessive amount of WCs. Nathan was also known to torture animals. He was means. He would also spend his time torturing and unaliving small animals on his property. And despite his weird interests, Troy still liked being around Nathan. Just enjoyed hanging out with him. To do anything that he said, and that would be his. He had a dog named Sarge, and he really loved Sarge and Sarge and everything. Like, if you saw Lake, you saw Sarge.
Look at her. Look at her. Get up. Look. Oh, fuck. See up. Hey, hurry up. Hurry up. Hurry up. Hurry up. Hurry up. Just look at her. That's a damn human. She's human.
She's up though.
She's human. Look. She's human.
Look, this one she's half asleep.
Hey.
Look, this one she's half asleep, and then she goes. She's annoying. She needs to look like white bitches of me. Turn this way.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you can say that when you want to. I gotta understand what it's here.
So she decides to go talk to Nathan herself because she knew that Blake was lying. And Nathan, of course, denies doing anything to the dog. Then Nathan tells her he feels that Blake is too young to be coming over anyway, but he doesn't want to hurt his feelings. Then says, but if I see him coming across the property, I don't want to have to shoot him. So she's like, no, if Blake comes over here, you won't feel your okay if you're like relaxed. And she goes on
I'm telling you. That's what I can. Just give me the phone.
She's not a cat.
No, she's human.
Send it to me. Here, girl.
Hold on. I'm about to show you. Hold on. It's a human. Oh, thank you. I got a piece of hair stuff on the side. He's human. Thank you. I know. So I remember 273, 279. That's a lot of money for these earpods. Oh, okay. You ain't get it? I said you ain't get it? No, you ain't get it? After you get it, you ain't get it? Yeah, I was thinking about getting my nose done, but you better not go to Van. The lady took a patch out my eyebrow. I was so irritated. I think they call Friendlies on Fish Street. On Fish Street where yeah, where Popeye's at.
279.
Have fun. Yeah. What you say? You about the what? What you just say? That's a 15-year-old. Yeah, out of pocket.
Like lured him in there and shot him. Oh, I've seen that one. See how the videos.
$75. That's how much I'm charging.
This is the gruesome case of Kimberly Proctor. On March 10, 18-year-old Kimberly
I'm
was
sorry, my
found
ear
in
itch.
house. She was tortured, sexually assaulted, sodomized, and then stuffed in a freezer to die. This all happened in British Columbia, Canada. Murder of their child. YouTuber tortured.
What time do I have? What, for the live? It says 76. It's an hour and 16 minutes.
A computer technician named Blaine Norris wanted to cash in on this opportunity.
What do you mean? 8 a.m. People. Oh, yeah, but you're taking it. I'm not taking it right.
Mom, I can't go out like this.
Yes, you can.
No, I can't.
Yes, you can. I'll put it up in a bun.
Mom.
In a bar. You know somebody out there? Huh? This is my second time asking you.
No.
What time you gonna be to work? So why you not dressed?
A computer technician named Blaine Norris wanted to cash in on this opportunity. So he partnered with his co-worker, Ryan Trimble, to create a low-budget horror movie. They named it Bruchike. Blaine quickly realized that he didn't have the money nor the equipment to produce such a film. This is when Brian came in and saved the day by offering to be the cameraman and allowing Blaine to use his camera equipment. They even ended up receiving an $18,000 investment towards the movie. After the investment was given to them, they started casting the crew to see who would produce the film. But then things went sideways. Their first problem they faced was the fact that Ryan had multiple sclerosis, and it ended up flaring up so bad within the time that he was not able to walk around with all the equipment or through the heights that they had to have gone through to film the movie. Shortly after, the
Well, you keep calling. Then they keep rejecting your call. You was calling somebody for like the last hour, hour?
He wasn't going to have enough to produce the film. And this is when Ryan came up with a horrific plan. Because of his multiple sclerosis diagnosis, his wife wanted to over the home and work 2 jobs to keep the house afloat. But this wasn't enough, right? When Ryan came up with the idea of participating in the movie and putting in $5,000, Randy said no. All of a sudden, she was the bad guy in the situation. So this is when Ryan approached Blaine, asking him to
Turn.
in exchange for $20,000.
I don't need your attitude at all.
Blake make his movie, and Ryan would get exactly what he wanted: more money and not having to deal with his wife. Brandy's life insurance was set up for $100,000. On January 10th, 2003, Brandy was at work all day while her cousin Ryan stayed in the room to go out to eat with friends so he would have a solid alibi. Blaine, on the other hand, was in the Trimble's garage waiting for Randy to get home. As planned by the two of them prior to this. Trigger warning for the graphic content preceding this. Upon arriving, Randy parked the garage and got out of her vehicle. This is when Blaine pinned her down, trying to strangle her. She passed out and died right away. This is
We're about to start right back up.
stabbed her over 26 times. Why? He then proceeded to slit her throat. Part 2
Are you in your room?
except for the fact that cops started to realize that nothing valuable was taken. All of Brady's jewelry, purse, money, all of Brian's stuff was all over there still. And like I said, it was left behind. If it was a robbery, something would have been taken, but nothing was. Brian, the husband, immediately became a person of interest, but they didn't have anything to pin this on him. That wasn't until they had more evidence which showed that Brian had sent a text message link to Blaine for a payment. After months of questioning them and surveilling them and just trying to get more evidence on them, they finally got Brian, the husband, to admit to it, and then he ended up ratting on Blaine. They were both sentenced to life in prison. Since the case is closed, a lot more evidence has come out. Brian was actually already planning to murder his wife a long time ago, but this whole
Where you at?
interview really presented the situation for it to be done sooner. Randy did literally everything for Ryan, took care of him, stayed with him despite his diagnosis, took care of the home, wanted a family for them, etc. And that was not good enough for him. And instead of just giving her a chance with somebody else by divorcing her, he was too selfish for that and decided.
There's nothing wrong.
Imagine a husband murdering his wife because she wanted a divorce. Trigger warning before we proceed with this case. It is violent and gruesome. Katrina and Todd Smith had just gotten back to their home in
Just see a braid.
from their vacation in Washington.
Yeah, that's the spot.
Katrina started doing chores and preparing for a very important interview that she had the following day that could lead to a promotion. Katrina was very punctual and responsible, so it made it extremely odd when on the evening of October 23rd, 2012, Katrina failed to make it to her interview. Todd had stated the day before the interview, Katrina had said bye to Todd and headed over to her friend's condo to house sit. He stated that he had texted her a text message at night and wanted.
Yeah, did you get a missed call from RJ?
He said he found this odd, so he went to her job to see how everything went, but to his
Huh?
surprise found out that she had never made it in. By October 23rd, 2012, Katrina was stated as a missing person. Todd
Yeah, did you get a missed call from RJ?
did a bunch of live TV interviews. He made it seem like Katrina.
Did you get a missed call from RJ?
They come home, acted completely devastated.
Turn off your Wi-Fi.
Soon after, though, the layers of this onion started to peel back, and things were not as they seemed. Katrina's car was found just 2 blocks away from the couple's home, and it was very obvious that there had been a struggle inside of the car. A few blocks from the vehicle, Katrina's belongings, along with a bloody towel, were found. And it turned out that the husband Todd tried to portray himself as was nowhere near who he actually was. For starters, Todd had a hefty criminal record. For starters, when Todd was a teenager, he had set his family home on fire with his family inside of it. I couldn't find much detail about it. He was obviously let go and he was given a different name. He also had a bunch of criminal enterprises that failed. And because of this, Katrina was the main person to support the whole family, including Todd and their daughters. Todd was found out to be
Yeah, I know, right? Did you get the diploma, right?
Followed her around. And as speculated, when Katrina ended up falling in love with someone new and
I know you got it, but when did you get it?
lost it. Part of Katrina's belongings that were found were her purse, and inside of the purse was the divorce documents ready to be signed, along with a note from Todd declaring his love to Katrina.
Only one left is Mandy, right?
It didn't end up taking.
Hey, congratulations!
Guilty and sentenced to 59 years in prison. As for Katrina,
I
I'm
know
so
that's
sorry
right.
that you had to go through. Imagine strangling your best friend and only getting 7 years in prison. Cheyenne is the one wearing the belt and the gold necklace, and Brittany is the one with the long brown hair. The two girls met in 9th grade and had been on separate. Imagine your sister falling to her death after being seen with a mysterious man, and the case goes cold. On September 23rd of 2017 in Dallas, Texas, this nightmare became a reality for 26-year-old Taylor Gruel Miller's family. This whole case is just
leave her.
gas money. But her father knew that that meant she wanted
You gonna wake her up for what? You about to go to work.
I know.
So wake her up for what?
So, because I'm about to go to work.
You're Bob. Leave her
2 days
alone.
later, Taylor and Cody are seen on the 3rd floor of an apartment.
She don't keep anyway.
In the surveillance
How you
video,
know?
you very clearly see Taylor
Sorry, she don't get
holding
sleep
hands, but it
like
almost
me.
seems like Taylor is extremely uncomfortable and trying to get away
One
from
little
him.
thing,
They approach his
one
black
little
car.
noise wakes her
You
up,
see
just
Taylor
like me.
hesitate after both doors are opened, but then she ends up getting in. You see them
Bet you
drive
if you
up to
clap,
the 5th floor,
she'll wake
and
up.
then moments later, he comes back down to the 3rd floor alone. Unfortunately, Taylor had plummeted to her death on the 5th floor and passed away. What happens next makes things even more
No,
weird. Back on the 3rd floor, you see Cody meeting up with 2 guys. The first one is this guy in white right here.
Call Tiana. See where
And
she
the
at.
second one is this guy in black right here.
She about to go to
Taylor's
work.
father also
Tiana all for it. Tiana was at work since 8 o'clock this morning.
also seen going back up
Hey,
to the
Siri.
5th floor with Cody. Now,
Call
Cody did
Tiana.
end up making a formal statement. He said that Taylor and him went with his
I asked her was she
dog
working a double. She said no. She was only working 8 to 3, I think, 8 to 2.
claimed that he drove both of them up to the 5th floor, left Taylor and the dog behind, went back down, and by the time he went back to the 5th floor, Taylor was gone. But nowhere in the surveillance footage do you ever see a dog. And a pit bull is not a small dog, so you would very clearly see that dog. In the footage, you also see her opening both sides of the car door, which means that there was a dog in there. You would have
Niggas
seen
on my
him at
nerves.
least peek his head out. I ended up speaking to Taylor's sister Kayla, and she
Yeah, she's
stated
at your mall.
that Cody changed his story a bunch of times. The authorities also have his cell phone, but it's remained locked. The case just gets more bizarre after that, and I'm gonna have to post it on part 2 because I'm out of time. It trigger warning for violence and gruesome content. On September 26, 2013, Taylor's family stated that Cody ended up getting into a car crash after being drunk and driving. The police responded to the accident, and this is when Cody was found passed out in the driver's seat. He started crying and stating that police should give him a
Hold on, run some water over there.
just passed away. The police asked, "Who's your friend?" and he responded by saying, "Taylor Ruel. She fell off the building." But what makes this odd is that Taylor's family stated that this wasn't even in the media yet. So how did he know? During his interviewing process with police, they noticed his injuries and started asking him questions. And this is when he allegedly said that he's no longer going to be answering questions for the cops and has not spoken to them since. Taylor's autopsy report also aids in the fact that the whole case is odd. A lot of her injuries are in pattern with her trying to stop the fall as she fell face forward and put her hands out. And that is why she has a lot of injuries to her wrist area. Authorities have stated that this is still an ongoing investigation and no arrests have been made, but Taylor's family needs your help. The 2 men from part 1, this guy in the white and this guy right here, have never been found. And it's to be noted that Cody Marley has never been a person of interest, let alone a suspect in Taylor's death. Please take a closer look. I'm going to go out of the way to see if you can identify this guy in the white or this guy right here, because they could both have information about this case that needs to be known. Please share so we can hopefully put some pressure on us. Imagine murdering a young girl for a satanic ritual. Trigger warning before we proceed for gruesome and violent content. In 1972, in Springfield, New Jersey, 16-year-old Jeanette DePalma was supposed to go visit her friend, but never made it there and unfortunately never even came back.
It's okay.
About 6 weeks later,
You can
a
just
dog
watch.
ended up taking back to its owner a decomposed forearm. Like, can you imagine your dog bringing you back a decomposed forearm? Like, this, of course, prompted a police search, and soon after, they ended up finding a
You got a what,
body.
11?
Yes.
The way the body was found ended up prompting a lot of rumors. Let me show you why. The hill that Jeanette was found in was covered in a cold stone. It was stated that she was placed in a coffin-like
I was
altar.
hoping they called me today to go in, but nobody called
A
over.
pentagram underneath the body.
That's amazing.
Impossible animal remains around. Many locals and some police believe that it was related to a satanic ritual or witches that were living in the
You
area.
got another key?
Unfortunately, because of
Okay.
the flood, a lot of
Her
evidence
key?
was destroyed.
No.
The boom key?
Yeah.
I don't think so. Why?
One by side. They need a way to come back up, but
What do you mean they don't need a way to
Some
come
records
back?
state that her cause of death was never
to
determined,
unlock
and
the
others
door.
state she was strangled to death. Besides that, nothing.
To unlock the door.
You can wash that uniform. Shit stink. Just like damn chicken.
I'm gonna watch it tomorrow. Else was found in her body or on her body or done to her body. However, it was stated that there was high amounts of lead found in her bones.
What time she made it to your job yesterday?
The police did end up investigating the man who was their
He was there on time? Or before time?
There was no connection. Yeah. As for the occult theory, though, many people believe that Jeanette ended up provoking a group of satanic worshippers in her school when she was trying to convert them to Christianity. Jeanette was involved with a group who helped drug addicts find faith through Jesus Christ. So the reverend that ran that group theorized that this happened to Jeanette because of her trying to convert them for her involvement in that. Unfortunately, though, this case happened in 1972, so who knows if we'll ever be told the truth or ever find out what actually happened to Jeanette. I do have a question, though, because I have
say what?
spoken to
What did you say? He's about to say what?
like I said, we like the big traffic. And others have said that especially in Nigeria. Against the beliefs and Satanists do not participate in rituals and sacrifices. Today, so if anyone
I probably want to tell you because I ain't know for shit.
imagine murdering your stepdaughter. 18-year-old AJ Hatso was spending
She
her
said she
spring
been
break
asking
at
for shit.
university in her family's home in Norfolk. Unfortunately, on March 2nd, 2015,
Let's see how he runs.
just disappeared.
We're gonna have a
It
running
would be 7
competition.
years.
Good, I wanna see how you do this.
She was found dead behind a Southampton.
The boy, split it this way. With the boy.
And who was responsible for doing this to Warren and AJ? Yep, her stepfather, Wesley Hadso. Authorities said that while they were interviewing Wesley, he gave a lot of telltale signs of being responsible for the murder of AJ. He was extremely calm, cool, and collected. He rarely let AJ's mother speak.
Where'd it go?
Speak over her, and he continuously spoke about her in past tense. Not to mention that it was stated that cadaver dogs picked up on a scent of decomposing body in a blue van that he drove and in his motel room. Trigger warning. A medical examiner determined she had died from acute heroin poisoning and homicidal violence.
No. Apple. No. Axe.
She had 3 times the lethal amount of heroin in her system. And AJ was not a drug user, but Wesley most definitely was. To the point that his wife kicked him out of their home because of his tendencies with drugs. During the trial, attorneys argued that when AJ was in her living room listening to music and folding the laundry, that Wesley came in and abducted her. The music was still playing and the laundry was half folded. And AJ was never seen again after that. His first trial was in 2020, but it ended in a mistrial. And the next trial started about 3 weeks ago. And about 3 hours ago, there was breaking news stating that he was found guilty for first-degree murder of AJ and concealment of proof. After 7 years, I'm so happy that AJ's family got some closure, and I'm so happy that Wesley was found guilty. Imagine murdering your fiance because she was giving too much attention to the newborn baby and not you. On May 26, 2016, 30-year-old Iana Cassian was found mutilated and lifeless in her apartment in West Hollywood that she shared with her fiance, Blake Lively. Iana was beauty and braids. She was a former prosecutor and a model. She was originally from the Ukraine, but she ended up going to California, and that is where she met Blake. Blake was a graphic novelist, originally from Toronto, but he ended up moving to Hollywood. He was also heir to 2 very wealthy, successful families. Blake grew up extremely privileged, never wanted to get into trouble or being held accountable for anything. He's most known for a novel called Syndrome that depicts women getting brutally murdered. Now, Blake was followed for more than one reason. One of the reasons was the fact that not only just Iana, but he had 2 other women on the side. Trigger warning, of course, for all of this. On May 20th, one of the women who had him on the side accused him of a very serious SA. He was arrested for the serious SA, but was released on a $100,000 bail the exact same day. Now, Iana found out about this and was extremely infuriated, so she took her baby Diana and they moved out of
Your shoes are in the car?
No, over here.
Liliana never got back to her mother and never came back home. She got extremely worried
RJ.
to the police. At first, the cops weren't going to go do a check, but by May 26th, they did a welfare check.
You're dragging. I don't even know what to talk about.
And what they found was extremely
You said.
disturbing. So, trigger warning.
You wasn't dragging it?
All you have to do is like
The
that.
front door was barricaded.
You do it.
Police threw down everything.
Go low.